another point of why fasting is so amazing. Most humans alive right now are so stressed, so full of cortisol, long-term chronic cortisol, which promotes acute inflammation response. Inflammation being basic immune response, very good for fighting things like viral infection and such. Not good for fighting bacterial infection, which is what fasting is amazing for. The benefits of that as well, clearing inflammation from the joints, the muscles, from, again, the feeling of the mental clarity that's moving along those lymph fluids out of the brain that have accumulated from digesting so much food.
Mm-hmm.
I could go on about that topic as well. When you've done fasting, do you feel less inflamed?
It's hard to say. I know what you're trying to get at. I know the feeling that you're trying to explain.
So when I said clean, when you feel clean.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that was, I think, to be honest with you, one of the reasons why I did the fast was because I felt unclean, which sounds really weird, but I just naturally wanted to do it because I felt uncomfortable. Like I needed to have a cleanse, because obviously, like I'm a coach and I advocate healthy living, but do I adhere to healthy living? Sometimes not. I'm a character of extremes. So, there's certain things that there's certain aspects.
You can't be 100%, mate.
No, you can't. And to be fair, like from a mental aspect of it, I've done it before where I've tried to live that holistic life, and mentally it doesn't really serve me personally. It actually makes me worse. So I think there's always a balance with anything, including fasting.
Yes.
What would you say is the optimal time frame to do a fast?
So I'll put this into hours, days, and the week, because you've nicely got me into my next point. So a really well advocated and well studied thing is alternate day fasting, or do.
Mm-hmm.
One day on, one day off.
Yes.
I like to try and do my fast early and finish early. So if I want to do a 24-hour fast,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to maybe eat for 2 hours the previous day, from either 10 a.m. to 12 or 11 to 1.
Okay.
And then getting over that insulin response I talked about earlier, on a night time, those neurons in the brain are firing, and I just want to do everything. I want to run as well. I want to my body's just like, wow, okay, we're clean again. We're doing this. And then the reason I do it at that time as well is because you have your melatonin circadian rhythm cycle, your sleep cycle.
Yeah.
And you start to produce the most growth hormone between 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. So you have let's say on the camera, you wake up, you have a little spike in the morning, you have a little testosterone spike in the morning, and then at 10 p.m. it slightly drops to 2, and then it goes back down. Yeah, this is the period. Go on, mate. You was going to say something?
Yeah, sorry, it's just a bit choppy. That's all. I was so sort of related to the subject, but not at the same time. Sleep, like the quality and the timing of your sleep, is massively important for that growth hormone release.
Massive.
Something which I would say is one of my worst aspects, sleep pattern. It's improved. It's improved massively since the lockdown because I haven't been working, obviously, ridiculous hours. But prior to lockdown, I was doing like 6 a.m. till 9 p.m. and then getting to bed for like maybe 11, 12-ish, and then repeating that. So say go to bed at like 12 and get up at 5. You know, it's 5
Yeah,
hours sleep.
I'll
It's not
I'll
enough.
give you a more extreme example, not to like, oh, I can do better than that, but working on the doors for
Yeah.
10 years. I'm now 30. I'd get to bed 4 or 5 a.m. and then some mornings I'd be waking up at 9. I'd have 4 hours sleep. Sleep was awful for me. The lockdown has been kind of a blessing in disguise, really, because I've caught up on sleep that I've not had for 10 years.
Absolutely. Same for myself, mate. It's in all fairness, it was the missing link. I was before when I did that competition at Tattooed and Strong. Most probably looked one of the best shapes I've ever looked. Mostly the strongest I've ever been. However, my sleep was absolutely atrocious, and I felt internally terrible. Even though I looked good, mentally and physically, mentally, I felt absolutely shocking.
Sleep is
So,
you get your big three, you get your exercise, you get nutrition, sleep, and I would argue every minute of the day that sleep is the most important one of those.
well, what I was doing to combat that was I was getting, and I know it's not as efficient as getting that sleep between, what did you say, 10? If you sleep at 10 o'clock and you get up at
10 p.m. to 2 a.m.
10 till 2, that's when you're getting your growth hormone release. And
Yep.
obviously, if you're sleeping like an 8-hour shift, if you're sleeping for 8 hours, you want to be getting to bed for 10 and maybe getting up at 6.
Yep. That is an ideal thing because you're waking up, especially in summer, you're waking up with the light, you're getting that natural melatonin sleep hormone cycle.
Yeah.
You'll feel amazing.
To be honest with you, like when I've been getting to bed, I wouldn't say like early, but I've been making a conscious effort to get up earlier. And I feel like a completely different person now. I feel very, very productive. I feel a lot more content and happy getting up at that time. But at the same time, I'm most probably getting to bed a little bit earlier.
Feel a lot more human.
Yeah. I feel actually normal for once.
You were never normal, Dave.
No, never normal. No. Bit more normal than I was before.
Only a little bit, mate. A little bit.
It's interesting.
To add on to that point with the fasting and why I time it at say 12 or 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So fasting. So here's a little stat for you. One of my alarms is going off. Nice. Sorry, turn that off. And we're back in the room. Brilliant. So one of my little stats for you is 24-hour fast. In men, you get a 2,000% spike in growth hormone. It is that big.
Yeah.
Another paper I should link you to for you to link to all your followers and subscribers and members of your Mankel over Matter Club and all this stuff. Peace, Mabel. So I time it to go at 1 o'clock because I then got this nice spike in growth hormone by sort of 8 p.m. And then I'm getting a 10 p.m. spike of like growth hormone.
So you're just getting massive bang for your buck.
Massive. I don't condemn anyone that likes to not eat all day and then eat at night and then fast because that's effective in its own right. I'm just using the science and the way I see it to absolutely optimize it and just, like you say, get the most bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Because just logically from that perspective, there might be a limit with different people, different genetics of how much growth hormone you can produce. But growth hormone is the shit. It is the thing that repairs us, delays the aging.